All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is another day. I am so blessed that we managed to get hold of a servant leader. He is a very humble leader, growing big teams all over the world, but especially in Africa. I've been watching him for some time, and he focuses on results. He doesn't talk much, but let his results do the speaking for him. He is a $100,000 ring earner annually, and I'm sure soon we will be hearing that is double IMD because of the way he is working. He's a father and a husband. He takes his family on dream trips. We are members, we know about the dream trips. He's the product of the product. Despite his education, he has got masters, but he works like he's broke. Ladies and gentlemen, as we launch the 90 Days Blitz, I was thinking, whom can I bring to the team to help us get results? Because as a team, we are working that by end of year, we should have a lot of people ranking up as RMDs and also earning at least $10,000 a month. They say in a year of recession, millionaires are born. And that's what we are working with. To say in a year of recession, millionaires in our team should be born in Africa. A lot of us are from Africa. We might be in the UK or in US, but we are from Africa. We are out of Africa because we're looking for greener pastures. But now is the time to make wherever we are located, to make it green. And I thought the best person who can relate to us is our IMD, one and only IMD Martyn, Ndiho, $100,000 earner. So my brother, thank you for accepting our invitation. I leave this time. We have, you can speak to us for an hour, whatever is on your heart, showing us how you are doing it with your team. We see how you are cycling over 100 cycles a week. That's over $5,000 a week. Think of what $5,000 can do for you for a week. So we are blessed to have you. IMD Martyn, Ndiho. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? Just a minute.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for having me on the call. I'm sure you can see me. I'm not sure about my lighting though. You know, I'm still in quarantine. I just got back to my country after 5 months of being away. And I haven't even seen my family yet because I need to be in quarantine for 14 days. Wow. Yeah, thank you for being there. So you can see me now, right?
We can see you. We appreciate you that even before seeing the family, you are still making time for us. You know, you just remind me that you can either have excuses or results, but not both. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for having me on the call. I really appreciate your leadership. And, you know, for some reason, because after getting back home, I've been, you know, trying to reprogram myself after being away for 5 months. So I don't know, for some reason, I had a program that I've had to cancel right now. And because I had already made a commitment for this one. So, but nonetheless, I'm here and I'm so sorry for coming in late. And right now I'm here. Okay, so yes, and I think we have, how much time do we have?
We have 1 hour.
Okay, okay, great. Awesome. So most welcome to the call. And my name is Ndiho Martyn, if we haven't met. kindly alert me in case my network is being funny. You alert me so I switch and use another one in case I'm breaking. So Ndiho Martyn is my name. I'm a statistician by profession, and I also hold an executive master's degree in business administration. I'm a PhD dropout, and so I got involved with World Ventures in 2015 in February. So it's been about 5 years now. Next year in February, I make six years in World Ventures. It's been an amazing journey for me. And to me, to be honest with you, being the first Ugandan to join this company, it was really challenging. It was very challenging. And I got to see this through a stranger on Facebook. This guy got in touch with me on Facebook and was telling me about travel. I didn't pay attention, of course, because he was a stranger. I didn't know him. He's sending me pictures of vacations. I was really, I loved the places because I had watched movies, seen the places. So I loved the places. But because I was running two companies, I knew I would travel at some point, you know? So I didn't pay that much attention, but he eventually came to Uganda. This guy is Kenyan. So he came to Uganda and shared this with quite a number of people, 65 to be exact. He was documenting everything, and no one seemed to say yes to this. So all the 65 said no. Now, he was rejected by 65 people. I mean, there's a lesson there. And he was on the verge of going back to Nairobi when he finally landed on my number through a mutual friend. Now, there's a lesson there. You know, I wasn't really open-minded, because as much as he kept telling me about this and requesting for my phone number, I didn't give it to him, but he landed on it through a mutual friend. And this time around, when he called me, I figured this was getting serious. The only way to avoid him permanently would be to allow him come through. He shares whatever he wanted to share with me, and off he goes. He would never bother me again. That is what I thought. Little did I know this guy had something that I needed in life, but I had no clue it existed. So fast forward, he gets my number, he calls me, I asked him to come to my office. Now, when he came to my office, did a presentation, I was blown away. We had a 14-minute video in 2015, February. So I watched the video and I could not believe I had been pushing this guy away. So 5 minutes into the video, I was already regretting why I did not give him time even way before, because I had already made a decision that I was going to do it, regardless of who was doing it in Uganda, right? Now, when the video got done, I'm still fighting the fact that I need to apologize to this guy for avoiding him, you know, thinking he knows what was on my mind. Because the reason I let him come to my office was so that he shares whatever he had to, and off he goes, and he would never bother me. But now I wanted more of what he had. So video is done. He breaks it down in a few slides. I'm already in, but he pulls out a list. He has 65 people on his list. He was, I think, about to put my name there as the 66th person. And I told him, so you have 65 people already, members? Like, no, these are 65 that said no. Honestly, at that point, if it were you and you're seeing 65 people saying no, I'm sure most of you would say, drop me a message there if you would say no. If you saw 65 people saying no, drop me an N. Tell me if you would say no. Drop me an N in the message. Tell me if you would say no. Awesome, awesome, Godwin. Yeah, I mean, awesome, awesome. So I see Rutendo, Fernando. Yeah, I mean, oh, you would say yes? I see a Y. Wow, Fernando, you would say yes. So 65 people said no. It is Uganda. There is no one saying yes to this. And he is Kenyan. So I chose to take the path less traveled. And I told him, I am going to be your first guy, and we are going to do this together. So I got started. First Ugandan to get started. Now, journey began. And by the way, I did not even have the money. It's funny, I looked at gold and platinum at the time was $511. So for those who are seeing platinum now at 350, that's a blessing, right? So it was 511 at the time and gold was $360. So I chose the platinum because I always love the best anyway for myself. So I chose the platinum, but then I didn't have the money. Now, he asked me for the card. I didn't even have a card. I did not have a Visa card. But I didn't have the money. Now I had to borrow that money from my brother. That day I had incidentally given some money to my brother. I called him and asked him for the same money, and I told him I would give it to him in a couple of weeks. I drove with this guy to my brother's office, picked the money, went to the banking hall. I got a prepaid card, took about 5 minutes to get the card, loaded the card, signed up right there in the banking hall. And that's where my journey began. Then we went back to my office, started using my boardroom to do presentations. Now, that is when I invited my friends, my best friends, 7 of them. The following day, they came through. He presented to them. I was very excited. I knew these guys, we were going to lock arms and take over the entire Kampala. I was even planning and looking at, so who is next? Who is next? Who else are we bringing in here after we take over? 8 of us. Those were 7 friends of mine and myself. 8 people. I knew we were going to do this and take it to the next level. They all said no. Oh my goodness. They all said no. They said, no, man, this won't work. Ugandans don't travel. This will never work. I said, okay. Because they asked me 3 questions. Where have you been with this thing? I said, nowhere. How much money have you made with this? I said, nothing. Who else is on the team with you? I'm like, guys, you're my friends. You're the first people I tell anything. See, in life, sometimes you would look at your best friends. If you look at someone you call your best friend, do they really call you their best friend? That's when reality sets in. You see, in most cases, we have some people that we look at and we think these are our best friends. But when in the actual sense, if anyone was to ask them who their top 10 were, you might not even feature in the top 10. So it dawned on me to realize that, hey, sometimes you are with people. And again, if you are all members on this call, understand one thing. This company, World Ventures, exposes people to you. It exposes people. You get to know who your real friends are, who the fake friends are, who your fake relatives are, and who your relatives that are just meant to be there are, and the ones that are for you. Okay, so the moment you realize who those are, and this company will expose everyone to you. You just have to watch, you just have to read people's minds and get to see them. You see their actions and you will know. Because, for example, someone would come and say, so if I join, how much do you earn? Like, no, I'm not coming. It is so funny. Some people would not join because they thought they would make you rich, because they thought they were going to make you rich. And for that reason, they won't join. It's funny. You see, the number one reason why your friends won't join you is because they think they are smarter than you. You might want to write that down. The number one reason your friends won't join you is because they think they are smarter than you, okay? Now, your friends and family won't celebrate you until strangers do. So all my friends said, no, I went to my family, did a presentation for my family. Guess what? No one signed up. My extended family, they all looked at me like I was going crazy, you know, but it didn't matter to me. I kept on. You see, the first month I was broken. After my friends said no, I was so broken. I did nothing, absolutely nothing. And then, of course, when I received that email of the monthly payments, the monthly subscriptions, that was a reminder to me that I needed to sign up for people. And that's when I started. And then I got the four that following month. And the four that I got, the first person I said, come on, dude, do you like this? He said, yes, we are going to take over this city. But you know what? I don't have the money to start, but if you paid for me, I am going to bring the entire city to you. How many of us have fallen for that? Type a yes if you've fallen for that. That pay for me, I'm going to bring hundreds of people in your organization. Type a Y if you've fallen for that before. Yes, 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 I see you. Okay, so pay for me, I'm going to build your organization. That's an alert. If you hear someone telling you, pay for me, I'm going to do this, that's a lie. You know, out of 10, I would say 9 out of 10 will do nothing. You will be lucky to get someone that you pay for that goes ahead to do something. So this guy, I paid for him to join just so I can feel, you know, that I can get that feeling of signing up someone. I really needed a sign up. I had to pay for him to sign up. So he signed up. Now, somehow I started getting people that I would present to, people that I only had an acquaintance with, and they would come in and they would love it and they would sign up. In my mind, I'm like, so if my friend said no, how come these people are able to see this? So I started in a way getting to understand who my friends were. Now, they did not join. Now, I'm calling them constantly. I'm like, guys, by the way, I got people that signed up and they signed up, I earned this much. They're like, nah, that thing, it won't survive till December. It's going to go off. It's going to die one day, it will go. I kept on. Matt Morris was coming to Nairobi around May. I went to Nairobi, I met Matt. When I met Matt Morris, everything for me changed. I realized this company was real. And I realized a guy like him would never put his reputation on the line. So I figured I could be in the right place, but I'm still meeting the wrong people. So I kept on. I pushed. After coming from Nairobi, I was on fire. I was on fire. And I hit senior rep, I hit director, and I went and walked the stage at the View, a View from the Edge as director. And it was at that event in 2015, August today. I think it's 1 year since I walked the stage as director. It's been 5 years since I walked the stage as director at a View from the Edge, because it was 1st of August, 2015. That's when I walked, that was the View happening in South Africa. So today, if you're on this call and you are launching a 90-day blitz, I want you to be very certain about this. And I want you to note that down and make a decision. Let this be your day one where you are going to change everything about your life. That was when I made a decision to go back home, close my companies, and go all in. I was walking the stage as director, first time ever to stand in front of 3,000 people. And I don't even remember what I said on stage, but I remember at the same event, the previous day, which was a Friday, I saw Sachin walk the stage as an IMD, and I really admired the way everything turned out, you know, the way everything was, looking at this boy walking the stage as IMD, that I felt like I should, and in fact, you need to always listen to what your heart tells you, and you follow what your heart tells you. When I saw Sachin walk the stage, I made a promise to myself that evening that I will walk as an IMD on stage at a View from the Edge. Always remember what you tell, what your heart speaks to you, and follow it. A lot will happen along the way, but just remember what your heart tells you and follow it. Doesn't matter whether things get hard along the way, just always remember that thing that you feel within you when you do, and always follow it. Because I said I would walk the stage at the View as an IMD, and indeed it came to pass in 2018. So after that View from the Edge, unfortunately, I went with 2 people only. I didn't take my team with me, and that was another mistake. Now, you need to always have your team go to these events. I mean, you cannot even miss an event, let alone you going alone or not taking your team with you. So you need to have your team going for these events. Now they're even virtual, so clearly no one should miss an event, like a View from the Edge coming up in November. So I left South Africa fired up. I don't even think I should even call it being fired up, because it was a whole new level. I looked at Mark Aseta, and my heart still told me, I need to meet this guy. If only I can meet this guy and just shake his hand. That's it. If only I could get closer to this guy. Now that is how I felt. Then I'm looking at the co-stars and I'm saying, I mean, for the new people on the call right now, there's if you've never experienced a View from the Edge, so Mark Aseta gets on stage and does his thing, and then there are people who come in and co-star with him. Now I'm looking at these same people that I've been seeing seated around with me, and they are on stage, they are co-acting with, co-starring with Mark Aseta, and I'm like, I would want to be there one day. So many things. So many things were running through my head, and I'm looking at how do I get there? The number one thing is rank up. For you to be a co-star, you've got to rank up. I'm like, okay, fine. I need to rank up. Ranking up, I need numbers, okay? All right, deal. I'm going to do that. Now, to do that, you need to be committed. You need to decide that you're actually going to go ahead and crush this. So I decided to close my companies when I got home and went all in. Now, was that the best decision? No, I'm not saying you should close your companies or quit your job right now. No, I'm not saying that. But to me, that is what I needed at the time. Yeah. So I got home, closed my companies and everything. And yeah, I started doing this work full time. Now, remember, my wife was working with a bank, earning a salary of about $300. Now, $300 a month. Remember, well, I was director and the team was really exploding, but I got to November and lost the entire team. Another small company came in, shiny company, came around, and everyone literally took off and they went to that company. They have their pitch. They always have their pitch. Here, we don't have monthly fees. Really? If you don't have monthly fees, that's the more reason I shouldn't even come to you, because if you don't have monthly fees, why should I come to you? So they all went, and they've since been to about 10 plus companies from that time. And, incidentally, they even came to, try to recruit me in their thing. But because I had seen Mark Aseta, I had been at the View, my heart had told me I needed to walk the stage as an IMD, and I did not want anything to stop me from getting my heart's desire. So they went, I stayed with 2 people, I kept running, I kept doing this. And eventually, of course, I could not afford paying for my office. I had an office, I had kept it. I could not afford paying for it. The entire team, I had lost it all. And I had just 2 people on the team. So, my kid missed school, didn't go to school because I had paid for some other people. I chose between my kid going to school and this person coming in and bringing maybe hundreds like they were promising, and none of that happened. So my kid had to stay home. So that was a very sad moment for me. But then I decided it had to work, and I had to really work it. So December 2015, January 2016, February, I mean, my business was completely down. I had 2 people on the team. I had started paying monthly fees again, all right? Now, I was depending on my wife's salary. That's $300 a month, okay? So That's all. But all I needed to do was make sure I sign up a platinum member every single week so that I know next week I have $50. So a platinum, remember, was $511. You sign up a platinum, you would get $50 in direct commissions. Now, back in the day, you needed 3 on the left and 3 on the right to get a cycle, okay? So I am bringing you to speed just so you understand what you have your hands on right now. Okay, right now you know what a cycle is. Just 1 platinum left and 1 platinum right. And how much is a platinum? $300. Okay, so I had to make sure I sign up a platinum every week to get $50 next week to take care of my fuel so that I don't touch her salary, so she takes care of the kids. Life was tough. Life was hard. Life is going to be hard. Things are going to happen. Life will be tough, but you need to follow your heart, and you need to make a promise to yourself that no matter what, you're never going to quit, and you will continue doing this. Because let's face it, does it change anything if you quit? Nothing. You will quit, you go do something else, and then you will realize, I've seen so many people that quit. They look back and call and say, hey, you know what? You know, we miss the trainings. No, you don't. You don't miss the trainings. You miss the culture. You miss the company. You miss everything about World Ventures. See, there is that day when you join World Ventures, and then there is that day when World Ventures gets into you. Okay? So you don't miss Marcus Setter, you don't miss the trainings, you miss the whole concept. So quitting should be out of your mind right now, and you promise yourself that you will be here 1 year from today. But after 1 year, promise yourself to be here another 1 year. You know, this we are doing for life. So yeah, so losing the team and trying to rebuild. See, my team has kept going like this, building and rebuilding. So in March, I started learning on a few leaders, and we started building. Now remember, I had 2 people. So in March, got a couple of leaders, and I decided to run with them. So I'm running with them. So coming to June the same year, so those are 3 months later, I had gotten back my director rank, I had hit MD rank, and at a view from the edge again, 2016, that very same day, Saturday, I hit regional marketing director. So realize one thing, it took me 3 months to move from an, not even a qualified rep, but to move from that rank where I had 2 people and ranked up to regional marketing director. So those were 900 members joining the team in 3 months. Now, if you think hitting RMD in 3 months or 4 months is impossible, that's very possible. And we are on this call about 177 people, and I'm going to make a declaration. Not sure how many people are here and where they're calling in from, but I'm going to make a declaration. In the next couple of weeks, 2, 3 weeks, there is someone who is going to break a record that has been around for 12 years. There's a record. If you know about a record that has been around for 12 years, it's going to be broken. And this is work that has been done in 5 months. Now, you are launching a 90-day blitz. When I'm done with my story, telling you, showing you how possible this is, I'm going to tell you what I've done in the last. I see Aaron saying, I am breaking the record, IMD. Thanks, IMD. Yes, let's go for it. There's a record that has been around. Now, if everyone on this call is on the African continent, there's a record that was set 12 years ago, hitting IMD in 10 months and 5 days. We need to break that. We need to break that, okay? So if Aaron, you're ready for it, let's go for it, okay? So RMD 2016 in July, and then a plateau came in after that. 2017, I relaxed. But again, it wasn't really a plateau, but I got so comfortable because now I paid off my debts and the money was really coming through. So after paying off my debt, I realized, wow, life was getting sweet, you know? And I remember because we hit at the View, I hit RMD at the View, I could not walk the stage because it was the same day. So I had to walk the stage the following year, 2017, in February, in South Africa. Still, it was Santon, all right? So now my wife, February, that is when schools begin. Now working with the bank was so busy. So she asked for permission so we can go and we walk the stage together as regional marketing directors. And the bank says, no, you're not going anywhere. The bank is busy, so we can't give you leave days. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at my account. I'm looking at my numbers and I'm like, they gotta be kidding. Resign, you're resigning. Just one morning, it was a Monday morning, waking up at 5 a.m. and going for a meeting. I'm like, why would you be waking up this early? No, you're not going now. We will go at 10 a.m. It felt so good telling her to do that. Just, we are going at 10 a.m. and you are going to resign with immediate effect, nothing like a notice. Because giving a notice would mean, not giving a notice would mean you have to pay them your 1 month salary, all right? So that was about $300, $400. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's go give them the $400. You resign, we start traveling the world. That's exactly what I told her. So we left at 10. She was late for the meeting, calling, where are you? You're meeting. I told them, calm down, guys, I'm coming. We go to the bank with her resignation. It felt so good to just drop her resignation. They're like, no, you can't resign with immediate effect. You need to pay this. Like, yeah, the $400 is here. Boom. And we got home, all right? So flew to South Africa, walked the stage as regional marketing directors. And then on, I'm like, yes, so now it's go time. Let's go crush this. We went. Now, plateau came. Remember? A plateau came. Now, 2017, February, June, August, the money was there. We were no longer in debt. But you see, if you don't have any debt, even if you have zero bank balance, but with zero debt, you are living a comfortable life, right? You are happy. Zero debt, but zero in your bank account. That is as good as, anything can get, yeah? So I relaxed in 2017, then comes December 2017 when, life was getting hard and I was looking at the numbers dropping like a problem. So 2017, December, there was Johnny in Sun City. And I had really kind of lost the energy, the fire. The fire had gone down a little because the company was going through a rough patch. And of course, all of us were affected. So somehow there was low energies, okay? Now you need to understand one thing. So we are all always going to go through that. Now, when we go through that, or when the company goes through that, it is about us to bring back our company, because you need to be acting like this is your company. You don't look at it like, hey, these guys did this to me. No, you say, come on, we are going through this. We need to change this. We need to do this to save this. You need to own it. If you haven't owned it, maybe today is that day you needed to listen to this or to hear me out. I always hear people saying, have you called those guys of World Venture? Like, what do you mean? You're a member. Just say, are you called? I even prefer saying I'm calling home when I'm calling support. I'm calling home when I'm calling support. That's how I feel, because I feel like it's within me. It's in my blood. If they need sales, we've got to go out there and get the sales. All right. That's just how I feel. Nothing else can distract me of doing this. All right. So I went for Johnny. I didn't have the money. Some lady in Kenya had a ticket. She wasn't going. So she tells me, hey, I could give you my ticket. You go for Johnny. You'll pay me later. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And I got the ticket. Now I had no flights. Then some residual income came in like on a Monday, and Johnny was starting on Tuesday. I used the entire residual income to buy the flight to South Africa. I went to South Africa, attended Johnny. Johnny 2017 did it for me. I made a decision that I was going to hit IMD by June 2018. Now, every time you make a decision, make sure you live up to it. Make sure you go ahead and do what you need, because all of us on this call know what we need to do to get to IMD. But guess what? We are all knowing it. See, I'm not saying I'm doing it. Trust me, there are things I'm not doing yet. I know I'm supposed to do those things. You know them. You know what you are not doing, yet you want to do them. You have it in your mind that I need to do this to hit IMD, but somehow you don't do it. You. I'm looking at you. You know yourself. You know you do it, because I do it. All right. Now, Johnny, I made a decision. I was going out and I'm going to kill it. Now, January 2018, I decided to plan. I'm looking at the days going, but I'm planning. And eventually I said, oh, you know what? Let me wait for momentum in February, go for momentum, come out of momentum, and go all the way to IMD. Boom. Momentum was Sachin and Roscoe Taylor in, I think it was in Joburg. Yeah, Roscoe Taylor and Sachin attended that momentum, and it was game time. About 22nd February, 28th, I was back home. First match, I said, I'm starting now. Now, here's one thing you need to do. You need to negotiate with your family, number one. Let them know what you're going to do. Negotiate with your family. I sat, is my network clear? I see internet connection unstable. If it gets to be unclear, kindly let me know so I can switch and use something else.
It's clear.
Is my network clear? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Someone
we can hear you.
something? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I see something like my network is unstable.
Yeah, it's unstable.
Drop me a message. Let me know if I'm still on.
Hello, guys. He will just, IMD Martyn will join. So let's just be patient. I think his network has dropped. He should be back. I think he's back now.
Sorry. Kindly let me know you can hear me now.
We can hear you now. Thank you.
So I saw network was unstable, so I had to switch and use another line. I hope this one is fine. Is this one fine? Can you hear me now?
It is. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so I don't know where we lost each other. I think I was talking about negotiating with your family, right?
Yes, that's
Awesome.
that was last.
Perfect. So negotiate with your family. What I did was, before I left on 1st March to go and build, I sat down with my kids and my wife and we agreed. So I asked them, do you want to go to South Africa to walk the stage as international marketing directors? The kids were excited. They said, yes, we want to go walk the stage. They had never gone for any event, right? They're like, yes, we want to walk the stage as IMDs. Like, So ask my wife the same question. Would you love to go walk the stage as an IMD? Everyone was ecstatic about it. Then I said, this is what is going to happen. I'm going to go away for 3 months and I'm going to get it done so we can go. Are you okay with it? They had to say yes. All right. So it's good when you negotiate with your family, you agree, they know what you're going to do, and go out there and actually do it. It would be so sad if you commit something to, you agree upon something with your family and then not go ahead and do it. Okay. So I decided I was going to go do that. Now, before I even left, I made sure I got the visa, the South African visas for my kids, my wife and myself. We got all the visas intact and I left to go build. June, NMD came through. Now, bootcamp was June. So because I had already promised that we would either way go and be recognized, it had to happen. So June, we went to South Africa and the kids could not walk the stage because, of course, I mean, being kids, they can only, I think they're only allowed when you're IMD and above. So they could not walk the stage. And yeah, so I went either way and walked the stage. Let me try to see if I have that picture here. Then, yeah, so just trying to get this picture. Okay, great. Okay, so they did walk the stage at NMD, but then we went to South Africa, they had fun, and I had kind of, like to a small extent, I had, you know, fulfilled the promise that I had made to them. So, however, I told them, because I did not hit my target, that doesn't mean you're not walking the stage as IMD. So I have a month to hit IMD so that we have a very good preparation for you to come back at the view from the edge so you can walk the stage. Are you cool with it? Are you letting me go for another month? They said, yeah, sure, why not? They had already had a blast in South Africa, so they said, cool, let's go. So I went back, built, and on 4th July, IMD came through. 4th July, just a month later, not even a month, a couple of days, IMD came through, and at the view, we went back and walked the stage, and this is us walking the stage. I don't know if my screen is, so here, this is us walking the stage with the kids, very happy. Matt right there, Matt had to fly in as well. And of course, the IMD house came through. So clearly, nothing beats hard work. Nothing beats hard work. So now here is you creating a business plan. So this year again, I made a promise to my family as well. And I said, I'm going to go and do it twice, do it the second time. They gave me the time. But this time around, it's different because I realized in some, you know, most times you need to get the leaders go. You need to get people, you need to help people because now the team is so big. So you need to help people hit the ranks, then you can also come in and hit the ranks. So this time around, I am focusing on some people who are hitting ranks. Now, the moment they get there, then I get mine done as well. And they go ahead. You see, you have to duplicate everything. You just have to duplicate everything. See, Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough people get what they need, you will get what you want. So I want to be that, I want to help someone achieve the IMD level. I want people achieve the IMD level so that they are also able to go ahead and help other people. And that is how we are going to get lots of IMDs, because everyone on this call is clearly an IMD. It is just the back office that you are waiting for to update, okay? Because we are giving you all this knowledge, all these plans, all these, you know, everything we've done to get where we are, we are giving to you so you're able to go ahead and hit IMD as well. The only person that lets you fail is you. Otherwise, we are here to give you all the information that you need to go ahead and hit. Most people, some people will do it, will do the work, others will watch, and others will just come in and just do nothing, right? So here is creating a business plan for freedom. Now, here is what it takes to go IMD. So we are launching a 90-day blitz, okay? So this is what it takes to go IMD. You need to mentally, I don't know if you can see my screen though. Helen, can you see my screen? I need to be sure.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Oh, perfect, awesome, awesome. So this, I will need you to mentally make World Ventures your plan A. Now, I'm not saying make World Ventures your plan A. If you have a job, or if you have some other things that you do, just mentally make World Ventures your plan A. This is what I mean. When you wake up in the morning, you have some free time in the morning before you go to work, make a phone call. Put someone on a call, on a Zoom call that is happening at a certain hour. During lunchtime, when you're having your lunch, call someone, drop them a link, let them get on a Zoom call. In the evening, as you're in traffic, unless you're the one driving, but if you're not driving, and maybe you're in a taxi, maybe you are being driven or something, come on, like get someone on a Zoom call. That is mentally making your World Ventures your plan A. Every single time you're thinking about who do I get next, who do I get next, who do I get next? And then you're thinking about closing. Three-way call, closing, cycling, because you need to cycle. You need to have a goal, all right? Now, these are the 5 ingredients for success. Okay, call them 6. Are they 6? They are 5, yeah. Determine what you want in life. What is that you want in life? Determine what you are willing to give up or reschedule for what you want. Associate only with people that can help you get what you want. Have a plan that works and go work it. Now, you also need to be willing to have a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. Now, so many people will come to you and say all sorts of things. Remember the last one. Be willing to have a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people, and you'll go very far. Okay? Now, these are the 4 great enemies, and you are going to meet all these along your journey. Deception, rejection, dream stealers, attrition. Attrition is normal. Okay, attrition is normal. I don't know how much time we have. Let me see. Okay, attrition is normal. I think, Helen, we started a bit late, so I think I still have.
We have time. We have 20 minutes. Let's continue.
Perfect. Because I was looking at this, I'm seeing 1 minute. I'm like, okay, so
no, we
all
have
right.
time.
Anyway, yeah. So attrition is normal. See, I'll tell you a story. I don't know if Tabitha Njoroge is on this call. She's from Nairobi. She came in Uganda in 2016, and that was when I was just beginning to rebuild my team, and she had come to support me. So she asked me to log into my back office. I did. She looked at my back office and she said, "No, Martyn, this is not your back office. Let me see your back office, your actual account, your main account." I said, "Tabs, this is my main account." She's like, "No way, Martyn, you must be, I mean, you're a director, but these numbers here don't even reflect that." I'm like, "What do you see?" And of course, she was seeing maybe like 16 and maybe 5 years or something. That's what she was seeing. I'm like, "Oh, really? So you're looking at these numbers in my back office?" I'm like, "No, for me, the numbers that I see in my mind, I see thousands here, I see thousands here." Like, from where? I'm like, "I see thousands here and I see thousands here." You are not seeing them, but I am seeing them. She thought I was confused. She thought I didn't know what I was talking about. But I saw the numbers even before I got the numbers. So attrition is normal. You will have 200 people, and within a short time, you probably will have, say, five. Okay? You will lose 150 here, 150 here. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep your account active, so you don't lose holding volume. That is to do with the income, okay? You don't lose the holding volume. You keep your account active. You don't need to go out there and look for 3,000 people. You just need one person that will bring you 3,000 people. You do not need 3,000 people. You need one person that will bring you 3,000 people, okay? Now, here is how the journey looks like. You start with a bang and you're out there having a blast, right? Then you get, your team starts to fall. People start to drop. People will always drop. I mean, people die anyway. It's normal. So people will start dropping and your team, you put in 3 people, 5 will fall off, that kind of thing. You're going to go through that. Every leader does. So that is called the valley of death. And that is where most people quit. You signed up 10 people and they've all quit and you have none. And you're like, no, this is not working for me. What do you mean? That is the point where this is where leaders are made. And this is where most people lose out. That is when most people quit. Now you start, if you quit at that point, then you start going up. Now, when you start going up, remember, you will get another valley of death. You'll get another valley of death, okay? So you just have to get used to it and understand that it is always going to come, but whenever it comes, just know how to handle it and you'll always go through it, okay? So this is what will take you out. If you have short-term thinking, you're thinking, hey, now I need this, what? Come on, have a look. Look at 8 billion people. How many people have you talked to join your company, your business? How many people have you talked to? If you look at how many people you know in this world, compare that to how many more people out there that you don't even know. Which number is bigger? It's the number of people that you don't even know that is bigger. So why worry? Even if you know 2,000, I mean, it's a scientific fact. An average person knows 2,000 people, but compare 2,000 people with 8 billion people. Even if everyone you knew said no, you still have 7-point-something billion people out there to talk to. And a stranger is just someone you haven't met. A stranger is just someone you haven't met. I have built my entire team on complete strangers. I have not touched my warm market, just so you know, because all my warm market, most people say no to me. My friends started calling the people that I knew. They started calling them and warning them against me. It's funny. Instead of making a list to call people to put them on a call, you are making a list to call people to warn them against me calling them. Life is funny. So this company exposes people to you, all right? And I thank God they said no to me. Maybe I wouldn't have been so motivated to go ahead and do it once. I'm doing it the second time and taking pictures, okay? So easy in, easy out. This is what will take you out, all right? Treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. If you treat this like a business, it will pay you like a business, okay? If you stay content with a good life, out. Emotional attachment, zero emotional. I have zero emotional attachment. If anyone says no, this is what I feel about their no. I do believe if anyone says no to me, they're probably serving a certain punishment out there. They are not about to see this deal. They are probably serving a punishment out there. And I'm not about to interfere in what God is doing in someone's life. So in some cases, I'll just let them go serve the punishment. I'm not about to interfere in what God is doing in your life if you say no to a concept like this. I've only done this for 5 years. My life is completely changed. And the only thing I do is make calls. My friends used to ask me, what do you do for a living? I play a video. We used to play a video, only a video. Now we do slides and the like. See, what do you do for a living? I play a video. So I show you this thing and you can't see it, not a problem. Next, zero emotional attachment. Doesn't matter whether I'm related to you, whether we are related, or you are my friend or former friend or anything. If I show you this thing and I have the results, even if I didn't have the results, there are people that have gotten the results. There's Helen here. Helen is an IMD. Use that example. You say, hey, my friend hit the top rank in the company, and we all have the same back office, the same everything. So it's just a matter of time, okay? So zero emotional attachment, all right? So anyone that, lots of people will say no to you, but I promise you, if you go through thousands of people, you will get hundreds of signups, okay? So you need to know that this is a 1357 career plan. It takes you 1 year to understand what Wild Ventures is. 1 year. You are just there trying to learn and understand what Wild Ventures is. Some people get lucky and they hit IMD in the first year, right? Some people get lucky, they come off and start their business on a high, all right? But trust me, it takes you 1 year to get to understand what Wild Ventures is. It takes you 3 years minimum, at least, you know, for you to be at that level. See, if you spend 3 years in, if you've spent 3 years in Wild Ventures, your mind, your mindset is already IMD. You are already an IMD. It's just the back office that will change later, but you are already an IMD. Because if you have attended all events in Wild Ventures and you've been around doing the business consistently for 3 years, not taking breaks, you are already an IMD. It's just the time. It's just the time on the back office that are waiting to really, you know, change. Then 5 years to create some good money, some, you know, some income, like maybe 6 figure. Then, yeah, so this is it. 1 year to become competent, 5 years, you can go full time, all right? 5 to 7 years, 3 to 5 years full time, 5 to 7 years, 6 to multiple 6 figure income, and of course, 7 to 10 years to become world class. Now, most people come in 1 month, they want to be IMD. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't come in 1 month and you want to be a millionaire. No, it won't work that way. It could work for some people, but hey, not here. You need to really, and even if it came through in 6 months, I still believe you need to be hit by adversity for you to really become rock solid. Because if you haven't really tested adversity, even if it comes when you've achieved a lot of success, whenever it comes in, those are the people that you see quit because they got the success super fast and they didn't see anything like adversity. Now, along the way, when they get it, when they are all up there, their ego gets bigger and they tend to do certain things, right? So as much as you might achieve success in a very short time, always remember to stay humble. Always remember to stay humble, okay? So this plan works, by the way, only if you really show up. See, you won't sit down and wait for 10 years to elapse so you become world class. Then in 10 years elapse, you're like, oh yes, I'm world class. No, it doesn't work that way. This plan works only if you show up. Now, here is the secret that I'm introducing as we launch the 90-day blitz here. So see, this is what I decided. No TV, I don't watch TV. No radio, only personal development. Goal cards everywhere. 3 to 5 minimum exposures per day. Now, this was before Zoom. Right now with Zoom, you can clearly blow up the numbers, okay? You can blow up the numbers, all right? Just a minute. Let me do this. Okay, great. All right. So here is your game plan. Negotiate with family. We already talked about this. Negotiate with your family or your significant other. Negotiate with your kids. Set goals. By date this. I will personally enroll these new members. My group will grow to these active members. I will achieve the rank of this. Put your goal cards everywhere. So Helen, I mean, this is the 90-day blitz, and I'm sure along the way we could probably have another call, and that I will be home at the time, and I could show you in my reading room. I'll show you where my goal cards are and what I do and how I do it. Okay. So write these on goal cards and keep them where you go every day. Here's your game plan. Make a new list of names, that is your hit list. If you are on Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, always just drop messages and, connect with people. Every time you connect with someone, put down that name and make sure your ultimate goal is to put them on a Zoom call and then eventually close them. Blitz your list hard, okay? Now, calendar, block out World Ventures time. Now, we've been having this period where everyone was free. Everyone is free before the pandemic. During this pandemic, most people are free and people are more open to business, to business opportunities. Okay, fill your calendar. Then, if you're not sleeping or working your job, you're building. You could take Sunday off. Okay, if you want to. I always take Monday off, but when I take Monday off, I am making a list. So clearly, it's not like a day off for me, but for you, you might have to. I'm not saying you should work 7 days a week. No, you could get it and you decide that is your day off, okay? So commit to revenue producing activities, IPA, income producing activities, 70 to 80% inviting and exposing, 20 to 30% follow up, getting started, okay? So celebrate, reward yourself. You could have a family trip, you can get away, a day at a spa, reward yourself. Do some work and then reward yourself. Always look forward to having something the moment, after you've done the work, okay? Now, Blitz coming out of here, this training, and you know that you need to do, of course now, Zoom and numbers you should really, really surpass. We need to be doing way more numbers. Turn on the decide that in the next 90 days, it's nothing else but going out, all out massive action, okay? Now, remember, see, this one full year, 2020, not so much is being done. You see, but remember, with every adversity comes an equal or greater opportunity. Now, today we have a call, I think. Is it today? I hope it's but Marcus Seta, okay? So there's a call, and Marcus Seta is going to be talking about, how wealth is moving from some hands to other hands, but you've got to be the person that is receiving. You've got to be the person that is on the receiving end, okay? Now you decide that you will do today what others want to have tomorrow, what others don't. Now sleep, sacrifice sleep. Here is one quote that I love. Sacrifice sleep. See, poverty is manufactured in bed. You cannot sleep like you are competing with the dead and expect to make it in the world of the living. Sacrifice time now till the same side. Okay, do 90 days. After the 90 days, you could extend it, but do 90 days and know that during this period, I'm going all out, no sleeping. You've got to be tough. You push through all your fears, okay? You remember, fear is temporary, regret is forever. Now, believe in yourself. Believe that you're going to do it and achieve it. Today is your turning point. 1st of August, okay? Now, remember this quote? You can see it again. You must be willing to accept a temporary loss of social esteem. Now decide and be passionate about going IMD, because passion equals power. So with that said, thank you so much. Unless you have any questions, otherwise, I'm sure. Just a minute. I'm seeing some questions. I wasn't reading all these comments. Yes, so I'm sure you all know what you need. Now, here is the formula that I've been using and that has exploded my organization. And we focus on cycles right now. We focus on cycles. You get 3 cycles. At least everyone is fighting to always get 3 cycles, right? You focus on the cycles, the ranks will come along the way. Focus on the cycles. The week 1, if you've not been cycling, at least week 1, make sure you get a cycle this week. make sure you get 1 cycle. If you get 1, it's okay. If you can get 2, better. If you get 3, even best, okay? So make sure you get 1 cycle. Next week, you get 2 cycles. The following week, you get 3. Now, when you start getting 3 cycles, if you do that consistently for the next 6, 8 weeks, it starts to happen naturally, okay? So make sure you are looking at cycles, and the cycle is just 1 platinum left, 1 platinum right, and that's a cycle. 2 gold members on the left, 2 gold members on the right, and that's a cycle, okay? When you chase the cycles, the ranks come along. The ranks follow. And that's what I did starting March this year, March 1st this year, 2020. And by April, I was already cycling about 50 times, 60 times, you know. By May, I started going 90 cycles. June, I almost clocked 100. End of June, I clocked 100. Now, the entire July, I was cycling over 100 times. Even yesterday, I cycled over 100 times. So clearly, 100 is normal. But understand that I put in the work. So when you put in the work, what do you want to make your new normal? What is your new normal going to look like? What do you want your new normal to look like? All right. So you never be afraid to start all over again and stay consistent and keep doing the work, helping your team to achieve success, because you will also achieve success. So unless there's any question, thank you so much for having me on the call. I really appreciate, and I'm always happy to share with you, and you know, helping every single one of you grow. This is our, you know, that's our culture. Like everywhere in World Ventures globally, we are always supporting each other to grow. And in any time you need me, feel free to hit me up. I'll always be around and supporting you, supporting everyone. We are one big team. We are one big family, and we are taking this to the next level. And the African continent hasn't seen nothing yet. We are still building a foundation. The real game starts in January 2021. Right now, we are building the foundation. We are setting the foundation. The real game starts in January 2021.
Wow. Thank you so much, IMD Martyn. On behalf of the team, we are so grateful for your leadership, and we speak blessings and blessings upon you and your family. I heard you saying, yeah, we'll do another one. I was waiting for that. Thank you so much for offering before we even ask that you be with us on this journey of 90 days. I'm challenging the team to say this meeting was open to everyone. The next meeting will not be an open meeting. You need to meet the requirement. You need to put in work. So anyone who sign up for gold members and above will join the mentoring group, and we will work on, because you can't earn 10,000 without doing anything. At this point, I also want to thank my sponsor, my friend, my cousin, sister, Avila Masaya, who is also on the call, for joining and always supporting us, and RMD, Helena Lowe, for your leadership. So IMD Martyn, to think that you are in quarantine, but you gave us time. Thank you so much. I'll catch up with you later, but God bless you, and we are forever grateful. You can see with the comments, you have started a fire which I think you will not be able to stop. Come January, in our team, we are seeing what you were saying, that we are not seeing our back office, but we are seeing thousands and thousands of people coming through. And we are saying 2021, we will be millionaires. We are already millionaires in our mindset. but more millionaires are being born. Thank you so much for your leadership and for working with everyone. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you.
All right, bye everyone. Let's go and do the work to qualify to meet IMD Martyn Ndiho again with our cycles.